Greaves had vanished from the academic world in 2000 after being accused of unethical animal testing and black market specimen trading. He'd been presumed dead or in hiding. As Thomas and local police closed in on the compound, what they found was beyond comprehension. Lena and Isla were alive, but not free. They had been held captive for over 8 years. On the day of the dive, they had followed a secret underwater trail laid by Greaves. He had invited Isla weeks earlier to see a hidden marine discovery. Lena insisted on joining. They followed him into a narrow sea cave, where he triggered a controlled collapse behind them, sealing the passage. Greaves had planned it meticulously, with forged documents, boat bribes, and planted dive gear. He faked their deaths and smuggled the twins off the island by nightfall. What followed was years of confinement on isolated islands across Southeast Asia. The twins were forced to assist Greaves in illegal marine specimen harvesting, creating biotoxin extracts, and cataloging unregistered species for black market buyers. Their identities were stripped, their hope nearly extinguished. Escape attempts failed. Punishments followed, until Greaves fell ill in 2011 and left control of the compound to a less militant associate. Isla managed to befriend a local woman, slipping her the photograph and a plea. It took months, but the message found its way back to Thomas. Their rescue wasn't triumphant. It was quiet, traumatized. Lena barely spoke. Isla flinched at every sudden movement. The girls had lost over a decade and much of themselves. The FBI took over. Greaves' network unraveled. Multiple arrests. International headlines. But for Thomas, justice didn't erase what had been stolen. In a rare interview, he said, "I searched the ocean for 12 years, thinking the sea swallowed them. But the real monster was on land, hiding behind science, using knowledge as a weapon. He didn't just take my daughters. He took time I can never give back." Isla chose to stay in Indonesia, working with marine sanctuaries, rebuilding in silence. Lena returned to California, living anonymously under a new name. The story made headlines around the world, but soon, like most horror stories, it faded from the news cycle. Only Thomas remembers every second of those 12 years. There's a kind of silence only the ocean knows, the kind that hides screams, secrets, and sins in its cold embrace. For 12 years, Thomas Marlowe believed his daughters were lost to that silence. But the real depths? They were human, and they were far darker than anyone could imagine. This is not just a story of disappearance. It's about the silence that followed, and the terrifying depths one man went to bury the truth. If you found this story haunting, subscribe for more true crime cases every week. And remember, sometimes the scariest monsters don't live in the deep. They live right beside us.